Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Spicy Ramen Podcast, serving you some hot anime for the streets.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spicy Ramen Podcast. Of course, we have the trio here. JP with me.
Yeah.
And of course, Shaq is with me.
What it do, people?
And again, just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to start this off like we always do. JP, how's your week been? What's been up?
Everything's been cool. I really don't know what the hell I've been doing this past week. I kind of forgot.
It just flew by, just like he blinked.
Pretty much,
and it's right now. It's
training, chilling, watching Avatar: The Last Airbender with my girlfriend. She hasn't seen it yet.
Shout out to the Water Tribe.
Yeah, she actually looks like she could be a part of the Water Tribe. Honestly,
racist. No, it's right.
No, I feel like that because she's got indigenous blood.
Yeah, she look like those people. Yeah, those people, right? Those people. She look like those people.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't you say that you'd be a Water Tribe member? Most likely. Yeah, they're indigenous peoples, I'd say. Yeah. So.
You've activated my trap card.
She's going to hear everything you guys said.
She looks real good to, match up with those people. Yeah. I like that kind.
Well, I wish they figured that out in the Avatar movie.
Oh, God.
It was completely wrong.
That movie was trash. But yeah, other than that, just been chilling, watching TV, trying to stay, I guess, chill because stupid people make me angry. What about you, Shaq?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Still out here working, doing stuff and things with adjustments made to military operations due to what's going on. But I've had the free time to entertain you guys on our Instagram live with my Red Cup conversations, and I appreciate everybody who jumps in on the chat. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep that going, kind of a once a week thing. For everybody listening in, make sure you hit us up on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And stay tuned on the weekends, either Friday or Saturday, depends on what I got going on, to jump in on the chat. And if you got your favorite content creator that you think should join in on the chat with me, let them know. You know what I'm saying? It's an open invite to all content creators of all kinds, you know what I'm saying? And besides that, you know what I'm saying, still in the gym going heavy, you know what I'm saying, about an hour and a half in. You know what I'm saying? One thing I've also found out, talking with the other people on Instagram, is that like we're a well-known fitness podcast, I guess, or like just like we're the ones that know how to fight because we watch fights.
Or live in them.
Because like I would mention, yeah, we the Fight Life podcast. Because like I'll mention, you know what I'm saying, all of JP's fights, and then the few I've had, and then I'll also mention Justin with his experience in boxing, and they're like, oh, y'all about that life then. Like it's like, hey, if we need somebody to square up at a convention, we need to call them first.
I'm like, how much you paying?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Listen, we about to be a full hitman squad. But besides that, just still doing that, man, and still continuing a couple stuff behind the scenes for you guys, so we can continue to give you guys a good podcast and some good content, because we got a lot more in store for you guys in the future.
Beautiful.
All right, now it's your turn.
All right. Well, I think my week has kind of been sort of in the same aspect, trying to do stuff in the background, just, trying to make sure that whatever is being done, it's any type of benefit to the podcast.
Yep.
We are trying to start building out our Discord. So if you are interested in Discord, or if you've ever been on a Discord, please let us know. We're trying to build it out, make it look nice, and hopefully start to have a lot of the people who are in this group or who listen to the podcast be a part of it and enjoy it the same way we do. Also, what I've been doing is a lot of reading. I know towards the end I'm going to get to it on what I've been, reading and all that, but I have been doing a hell of a lot of reading. But that's all I've been up to for the week.
Hey, y'all, this nigga read. I'm sorry, I just immediately thought about that movie.
But going into the episode, I know one of the big things that we always love to do is give some sort of scenario and talk about that scenario. And today's scenario is going to be on pet peeves in anime or the annoyances that we have in anime. And I know, JP, you had one right off the bat that you wanted to get out, so you go ahead and get that out.
I think one of the most annoying things about anime is the constant flashbacks that they love to bring. And the number one offender of this is Naruto and in Naruto Shippuden.
Goddamn
we all know what we're talking about. There we go. It's like, thank you,
the
Shaq.
swing of depression. That's what it's called. The swing of depression.
It's like, I'm almost positive that Naruto would lean to the right side of the swing. That's how many times I've seen that goddamn swing.
I know exactly
and it's
how much of a degree angle he swings on that swing. I know how much fabric of rope.
And it's ridiculous because it's like, we all know that we'll have filler because the manga needs to get a little bit further than the anime or whatever the hell it was. But it's like, bro, I'd rather you guys just not even put out the episode.
Right, just stop putting out episodes.
It's like, I don't need to see it. It's like, you remember flashbacks, period. Sometimes they're good, but really it's 2020. We got the internet. We can just go and read the episode summary online. Right. Mm-hmm. It's like, you remember how many times we saw Kakashi as an Anbu member like 50 different times.
Then they made a whole backstory series about it. Like, oh my God. Even though it was
it's like, bro, don't nobody care. It's like, you said what?
I said low-key though, it was kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
Oh, no. It was good. But then after I kept seeing it, it's like, all right, here we go again. Or Tachi's backstory.
Oh my God. That same scene of him on top of that goddamn, I don't know if it was a phone tower.
Oh, yeah. Over and over and over.
Between Sasuke and Naruto. And of course, mid-fight, they have their talk no jutsu, and they go right back to, yeah, you didn't have a family either, huh? Yeah, I didn't either. We should be friends.
It's ridiculous.
We get it. These are fucked up children. Let it go.
It's literally ridiculous. It's like, bro, I don't need to see it. And I think part of the thing that I hate with flashbacks is the fact that you take anime, you got the opening, right? Mm-hmm. That's about 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes the anime will do a flashback of the last episode. We'll go over the last episode. And then they have their introduction. And then you start the episode. They go into it for a little bit. And then you got a fucking flashback. And by the time the flashback is done, you maybe got 15 minutes. Maybe. Not even 15 minutes. It's like you got like 10 minutes. Something. It's like, bruh, what was the whole point? It's like you gave me 10 minutes of actual new stuff. And they were just talking.
Like someone just is like, yo, listen. Instead of doing a whole episode, let's like split it up. Throw like a whole bunch of flashbacks. Let's extend the opening. All right. And then let's just drop like maybe 15, 12 minutes of actual good content. Somebody in the background. Genius. Fucking genius. Let's do it.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But I would say that's one of my main ones, especially because with at least a lot of other shows, I understand that anime and all that is different, but you'll get like a dumb episode with like normal TV, but it still is just like, they'll do the flashback usually maybe at the new season. They'll give you a flashback of a whole lot of stuff. But it's like anime, it's like, bruh, I've seen this man's story how many times now? I don't need it. Mm-hmm. And really, if they're like, well, it's for people that may not know, why the fuck would you start the anime in the middle?
Right.
I don't know.
Why are we doing?
It's like, it doesn't even make any sense. It's like, nigga, I remember. It's like the only reason why I almost forgot is because you kept on doing these dumbass flashbacks and fillers. Now I gotta go back and just watch the episode. Cause we all know that the flashbacks don't even fill in the voids half the time. Don't. It's like, all right, yeah, let me go ahead and watch this. You know, I still don't understand what the fuck is going on here. But That's mine. That's mine. And I got plenty more.
Let me.
But
I got one.
We're going to keep it monitored.
I got one for you. The one thing that I always I hate to catch every time, but I always catch it is that, like, if a certain character is mentioning what they're doing in the scene, everybody else just repeats it. And it's like, yo, I get that. Stop fucking repeating it. Like, prime example, Yu-Gi-Oh! If the two guys are playing and one dude going, I'm playing my trap card, and all of a sudden you just hear for like 5 minutes, he's playing his trap card. He's playing his trap card. Is he playing his trap card? Like, bitch, he just said it. Shut the fuck up. Or somebody in the scene is getting ready to do something, like example, like, oh, I'm getting ready to go train for 5 months. Where is he going? To train for 5 months? Motherfucker.
Surprise!
That wasn't even a monologue. He said it out loud. Like, I can't. I understand, like, yes, we have to, like, you know what I'm saying, make sure that we're paying attention to what's going on, but you don't have to repeat it. You know what I'm saying? If it gets to that point, bitch, I will rewind it. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Especially when they get to the point where they don't even want to talk anymore. They're just like, yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened, you know, and I grew up this way. And then they'll do the whole monologue of having the entire village in the background of the shit. Like, oh my God, like, dude, you really had to do this?
Like, oh shit, here we go. Here, like that scene from Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, shit.
Here we go again.
But yeah, I think one of the pet peeves for me, which I know kind of is on the fence with at times too, is the fan service. Oh my God!
I was gonna wait for that. I was gonna wait to mention that one.
See,
woo, good God, let's go ahead.
Man,
go ahead.
Like, dude, there's certain like Dragon Art Academy. I don't know if y'all ever watched that, but it's kind of like that where it's like, oh my God, sir, like really, this is what y'all had to come up with. Y'all had to come up with this, and they make sure to like, oh yeah, no, let's make all the women not mentally, you know, anything, but they know how to make them jiggle. Like,
like I feel like I really want to be able to sit in a production studio when they're doing the thought process, or like writing the script, or like just doing the designs for characters. And you know, I feel like there's that one character designer that makes a very just character that doesn't have to be fucking, you know what I'm saying, voluptuous as shit. And then somebody's sitting there like, no, bigger. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? I mean bigger. But she's supposed to be the intellectual one. That doesn't matter. Bigger.
Put some glasses on her.
put some glasses on it. Make them bigger. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Bigger doesn't always mean better. I just need substance. I just want her to be a good character. Yeah. That's it.
I agree with you on that one. And that actually is going to go into my next one, though.
Get him.
All right. This one is going to be a blend of a few things, and it's with how anime it is. So I hate how in a lot of anime they have weak-ass female characters, and then it's like the damsel in distress, and then we go on to it's always the girl beating up the boy for something. It's like the overly angry woman that's hitting them. It's like, bro, first of all, that's abuse. It's not okay because a girl did. And second of all, it's like they're always so cranky. That's what they always make them out to look like. They're cranky, they're weak, and it's like they need the man's help to go and save them from whatever. And it's like, first, this is why I say it goes with everything. It's like they do the fan service. They give them big ass bouncing tits a lot. If they don't have big tits, they get made fun of all the time for being flat chested.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then they're always hitting, and it's like, bruh, I think all of it is trash. It's like, why don't you just give them some character development?
Right.
It's like,
what? That takes too long.
It's like,
too long.
Giving a woman character development? What are you talking about? Why would I do that?
Are you even watching anime at this point? No.
Who does that?
Because it's like when you think
that?
about it, we all know a lot of incel type people who watch anime, and it's like, bro, you sounding kind of weird right now. It's like the stuff that they say, and it's like, is this who they're making it for? Mm-hmm. Is this what you're like?
And then,
because it's just like, go.
No, I was gonna mention and then you're watching an anime is actually good. It just has that little bit of fan service. And it's that one person who's non-anime walks in on what you're watching, and it's the very wrong scene that has no context whatsoever as you see it. And you're just like, bruh, no, I'm watching it for the story. Like, yeah, alright, you watching it for the story. Alright, cool.
Yep, sure you are. Sure you are.
Like, no, bro, I'm telling you, it's actually a good story. Okay, yeah, I see a lot of story going on there. Alright, cool.
Right?
Like, to me, it's like they took Baku no Piku and was like, all right, well,
I was hoping not to mention that.
But let's make a lighter version of this. I like this.
Let's give them a whole bunch of awesome action, but let's cross that line of anime and hentai just a few times. Just a few. Just a tad.
Right?
One pixel
it's
away.
Like we don't need it. We don't need it. Like all the anime that be throwing in the huge assets and stuff like that. It's like, bruh. It's like, yeah, when we're kids, it's like, Tsunade has big titties. Yeah, we're kids, whatever. But it's like we grow up and it's like, bruh, first of all, I want to watch this at work when I'm supposed to be working, and I don't want someone coming up behind me seeing some bouncy titties all over my phone. And then,
good sir.
Secondly,
what are you watching in your cubicle?
I know you got to draw that. Like, you took time to go and draw that, and you got to do all the animation for it. It's like, that was a waste of time. You could have made someone look cooler.
Right.
I don't know, or more fights. The time you spent drawing her titties like that, make some fights.
So I will say one anime that does a lot of fan service, but still has pretty good female characters is
Food Wars.
That too. But I was gonna mention Fairy Tail first. Justin, be quiet.
I said that a little too close to the mic. I was trying to whisper it.
For sure.
Listen, because one character, Urza Scarlet, is a dope character. She's like the sword god. You know what I'm saying? I like sword characters, but every once in a while, every couple episodes, they do too much. She doesn't need to do all that. She has a dope background story. I don't need this extra shit. Leave it alone. But they keep pressing. They keep pressing the hey, we need more attention. Throw more titties. More voluptuousness. More bouncing.
More. And really, it's like, if we wanted to see, and not even that, it's like, bro, nobody's watching anime to look at titties. It's like, well, the one thing, it's like, it's always boobs. It's never a butt. It just doesn't even look right. It's like, why is it always titties?
Well, there's actually,
you ever realize that?
Well, I know there's actually a few. There's some random, I don't know the name of it. For those who are listening, if you know the name of it, I got some questions for you. But it's some anime that's about this. I shit you not, it's a sport. It's some kind of Japanese sport where girls are in swimsuits on this pedestal that's over a pool, and it's pretty much like sumo, but with females, and they have to push each other off with their butts. And
I've seen a clip of that.
I only know it from the clips because it was I guess some girl was doing some kind of weird technique where her butt turned into a dragon. And I know for people listening to this, it sounds weird as shit, but it was some kind of secret dragon technique, and everybody in the audience was like, "Oh no!" And she just pushes a whole bunch of people off the podium, and it's the thicker they are, the more dangerous they are, and it's crazy.
Even that is weird in itself. It's what? I don't know. My whole thing is they do that with girls a lot.
Yes.
It's all about their tits, the over sexualization.
Yes.
And it's you don't be doing the eggplants for guys or some gray sweat shorts. It's only them. And I think it further, I'm not in their head, but I do think it further, I guess, perpetuates the notion that it's like women are just there to be sexy. And if they're not sexy, it's like they got a flat chest and we're making fun of them. Cause that's literally what you see in anime. It's like, you're flat chested and everyone makes fun of them.
And
it's like, bro.
And they have to add the narration too to make sure that, this is distinctly, we're making sure that this is solely because they have no chest. Like, they'll make sure that the protagonist or whoever the side character is at that moment is like, she only does this because she looks good. Oh, she only does this because her boobs are huge. And they'll grab the boobs of the other character on purpose to bring it out.
Yep. Like, no lie. They even did that. I know it's not anime, but they even had a moment of that with Avatar, Last Airbender. Just past the episode, it was Ty Lee, Azula, and May. They were all at the beach or whatever.
The beach
Ty Lee was getting all the attention. They clearly gave her some extra titties, and because it's like you could see it, and all the dudes were talking to Ty Lee, and it's like none of the flat chested girls are getting talked to, and it's like I can't go super far because I don't really know what was I don't know what was in their heads, but it's like Azula and May. They have black hair. They look like they could be like the ones that are actually like Asian, where Ty Lee looks like she could be more European. Mm-hmm. And she was the one that was considered like the hottest of them all. One of them, May was getting spoken to at the party, but Ty Lee was getting all the attention. Right. And that makes it go to like, think of Naruto, Tsunade, most beautiful, go to Bleach, Orihime, orange. That's orange-ish hair, blue eyes.
That's debatable.
And then
a couple of it's a whole plethora of those women on
that
Bleach.
Is true.
That's debatable.
But they did talk about Orihime heavy in her school. Everyone knew that she was like the hottest one
until Rangiku showed up.
True, but Rangiku isn't she a blonde? Isn't she a blondie?
No, she's not blonde. I don't think. No, she's not. No.
Which one? The captain, right?
No,
the vice captain.
Yeah, she's the one that's lieutenant for Hitsugaya.
No, she's blonde too. She looks white too.
No, Rangiku is like redheaded.
Rangiku. No, that Joan is like blonde looking, like orange, almost the same thing as Orihime.
No, in the show, orange is like redheaded for them.
Since when?
I'm telling you. Rangiku.
This one can be debatable. I want you to go look it up because her and Orihime, I'm looking it up right now. Her and Orihime, they got the same look. They look white. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying the Eurocentric standards of beauty. They do go into anime as well because they've been influenced by Western culture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I know, because it's like, I like Yorichi. But
Yorichi is bae. Period.
It's like, that's me. But hey, that's just my thoughts. People, if you're listening, you can tell me what you think. You can say, JP, you on the conspiracy brother tip. It's like, whatever. But I do think that there is an issue with the women having less character development than everybody else, but then for some reason their bodies are always, I guess you would say, put front and center.
Yep.
You know what else that adds on to that? There's always a goddamn beach episode. There is always a beach episode. I'm tired of this shit. Just continue the story. I don't care.
Yeah.
Every time I see a preview of the next episode being something related to the beach, like, nah, fam, I don't want to see it, because it's gonna go into some random crazy ass hijinks about what's going on in the beach, and then it's probably gonna be like, oh, we gotta save the beach, guys. Oh my god. And they're gonna end it with.
There really is always a beach episode.
And I'm just like, no, I'm cool. If I can just have like one series that doesn't have a beach episode, I'll be fine. Shit, Attack on Titan had it. Well, I wouldn't say it was a beach episode, but at some point they was at the beach.
I was just saying, I don't know if I'd call that like a fun.
It wasn't a fun one, but it was at the beach.
It's like they were at a beach.
They had a moment in some water.
It's like they definitely were at the beach.
But it wasn't fun.
They even had a lake, or a river.
But I digress.
Honestly, in Attack on Titan, if you're by water, it's probably a bad thing about to happen.
That is true.
Amen.
That is true.
I just thought about that shit. That is crazy. Attack on Titan, water, death.
Yep. Well, it's like so many things with Attack on Titan that like if you know they're missing something or they have something, the rule of thumb is you are fucked. Ran out of gas, you are fucked. You have nowhere to climb back and forth with on your gear, you are fucked. Ran out of swords, you are fucked. You see more than one Titan and there's less of you, you are fucked.
You hear music, you are fucked.
like, hey guys, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna get this mission completed. Hey guys, y'all hear the beat drop? Oh my god! And then Titans show up.
That's something that video games teach you early too. It's like you walk in, you get into the dungeon, boom, oh shit. You're like, hey, I'm trying. You pause the game. You're like, all right, it's just about to get real.
Or especially Sword Art Online does that too, where it's like, okay, big room, no minions. Shit, this is a boss room. It's about to go down, guys. Get your own potions ready. You know what? Speaking of Sword Art Online is guilty of a lot of unnecessary fan service as well. It's like, okay, I get it. Kirito is supposed to be this badass video gamer swordsman. But Jesus Christ, does he have to have I honestly, the beginning of the series is him doing an adventure with a random woman. Like, can we get back to the part where their lives are at stake because they're stuck in a fucking video game? Can we just get back to that, please? And all of them just falling in love with him is just like, bro, I get it. You're a badass in the virtual world and you're loving every moment of it. Can we get back to the realization right now? Seriously. And then we get this female character who's actually pretty dope. But then it's like, oh wait, hold up, I'm writing her too good. Let me put an episode where she's useless. Alright, let's go. Like, seriously, the fuck? I was highly disappointed.
Yeah, I think another one, and I don't know, I kind of appreciate it at times and I kind of don't, is like how they definitely make sure to, in One Piece, how they make sure to not do a lot of it, but it's always, Sanji over their own crewmates, or you got this skeleton dude talking about, let me see your panties. Like, there's always a little hint of it. It's never just an over embellished, like, oh my god, why do they have to keep doing this type shit?
I feel you. I will say it's like, maybe I'm a hypocrite, but the shit with Brooks is always fucking funny.
Oh yeah. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I think I don't know, is there any good ones that you can think of? Because I think one for me that was actually pretty decent, and I'm giving you credit, so you can say it's credit, was in Fairy Tail, how the biggest enemy, his biggest rival, just couldn't keep his clothes on.
Bruh. You know what? God dang it. I legit started liking Gray Fullbuster, one of the who's an ice mage of a Fairy Tail in the series, for those who haven't watched it. And it's like they give him oh yeah, he's this awesome dude who's an ice mage. He does ice make magic, but he has to strip in order to do his magic. Like, yo, really? Now, granted, when it gets to more darker series, he stops doing it. But in the beginning, it's just every freaking time, he squares up, he's in his boxers at the least, and it's like, bro, you had a full outfit on right now. How the fuck do you just go right back to your shorts? Like, seriously? Granted, that's one.
You said that's Fairy Tail?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's that dude in Black Clover. Do you remember that? That
the
one
teacher?
guy?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he always lost his clothes.
Wait, which teacher?
They're like, bro, why are you naked again?
Wait, which?
It was towards the end of, well, not the end, but like the end of where they stopped off at least. And it's like, I forgot who it was, like what he was teaching, but yeah, he would always lose his clothes.
I probably forgot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Shaq didn't remember something, and I did.
I'm not gonna lie on that one. It's been a minute since I kept up with Black Clover. I'm not gonna lie on that one. I'm caught up, but it's been a while since I've paid attention to it.
Well, I guess I'll take the title of professor.
Yeah. Just real quick,
Let me hold up.
Gotta keep it up.
Hold up. Let me hold on. Just because you answer a question don't mean you passed the test. Slow your roll, brother. Boom. Epic silence. I'll take that.
No, I had to put it on mute so I could get some water. I didn't want y'all hearing.
Now that you're talking.
I got one, though, that I seriously dislike with anime. I'm tired of the oblivious-ass male lead characters.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. Like, you can't catch anything. Like, you're so oblivious. Like, a girl dead-ass be throwing that shit at him. And it's like, huh? It's like, bruh, come on.
What's she doing?
It's like, I understand that guys, like, a lot of times that we can, like, not notice because we're so used to being the ones trying to go after someone. It's different when they're throwing it at us. Mm-hmm. We don't want to be like, oh yeah, she likes me, and then you go up to her and it's like, ew, no. Cause that doesn't happen to us. I know it doesn't happen to everybody here.
Oh yeah.
Cause it's like, hey, you like me? No, I like your friend. Oh,
okay. And as soon as you walk away, girl, he is kind of cute though.
It's always these games, but it's like, I'm trying to think. Yusuke at first did not understand why Keiko was always.
No, I think Yusuke knew. He was just about that thug life. He didn't care.
I don't think Yusuke knew. Or at least maybe he didn't care. Okay, Naruto, he was the worst one.
Well, that was because he was hovering over Sakura in the beginning, which was a lost cause.
He was hovering, but still didn't even notice. He'd be like, "Why are you?" Look, have you seen Naruto the last?
Yeah,
he was over Sakura, and he still didn't understand why Hinata was being that way.
Yeah, okay, that is true. But then, like, they had to build that tension towards the end. You know what I'm saying? They had to build that romantic tension towards the end to be like, I can't wait till this part of the end. And then, you know what I'm saying, all the feels and all the other shit towards the end of it.
I didn't even feel anything when they got together.
I mean, well, that wasn't meant for us, obviously.
I was legit, it's like, bruh. It's like, I was always that kid that it's like, bruh, it's clear. It's like, and then when they finally make it, it's like, don't nobody give a fuck by now. It's like, I'm a grown-ass man.
Right.
It's like, I've been watching this shit since I was 12.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I get from a writing standpoint, but also it's like, why don't you can literally just make people have the love interest early. It's not like we watched this anime for the love interest in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like, you can literally give it to us early and it would change absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
At least that's how I look at it.
Well, I think they do that more so as far as more like the slice of life animes. As far as actually establishing those romance-esque storylines or whatever between characters and whatnot. I think that's more so towards them than towards a lot of the shit we watch. Because it's like, all right, that's cool for the first 6 minutes of episode. I need y'all to get to the actual plot. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. But what's the excuse for Shikamaru? The man's a damn genius.
So
you can figure out that there was some. I'm just like, bro. There's no way at some point you're that smart. Your smart ass then just think, hey, what? So you like me or what? It's like you keep acting like this. You keep following me around. We're hanging out. So you're always giving me shit.
So I feel like with Shikamaru and Tamari, he was like, I know she likes me, but how much shit am I going to get into when I jump into this? He had to contemplate how the rest of his life was going to go if he committed to this. I see my dad struggle. Do I want that struggle? Will I have that struggle? What will I do if I get that struggle? What will happen when we have kids? How are they going to turn out? Like, I think he was thinking about all that kind of stuff prior to him making a full commitment to Tamari. Because it's thoroughly established that she ain't about the bullshit. And then when you go into Boruto, she shows that she ain't about the bullshit.
I think dudes be scared. They just be scared. And I don't understand that. I'm like, bruh, you giving me, it's like, I'm going to ask you straight up. It's like, so what's up? Just like with my girlfriend. Now, it's like, you're talking to me right now, but what's the reason? You want to hang out? All right, bet.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sometimes retarded. I'm not even gonna lie on that. I sometimes am retarded.
Oh, I am 100%. I have.
Because
Man,
I'll
overthink
overthink the situation I'm in.
If you don't blatantly tell me verbatim what it is the issue, I am like going trying to explain to him battle tactics. It is like I'm fried. The smoke is coming out my ears, and I'm looking at you. I'm trying to give you your undivided attention, but oh my god, I am not there.
Like I'm more like Deku. Like I'll see it and I'll turn around and internally monologue. Like, all right, cool. So this is what's going on. This is what's possibility that might be happening. If I do this, then this is what's going to fucking happen. And I'm gonna end up right back where I started. So what the fuck if I do this? If I do this move, then at that point I'm just like I don't waste my time. I'm like, all right, cool. I gotta say fuck it at some point. Now, unless I'm drinking, then I'm saying fuck it. Go with it. Full power yeet.
He said I'm Ray Allen when I'm drinking.
Leroy Jenkins. It's full Leroy Jenkins after that.
Yeah. I think another one, and y'all can kind of... I don't know if y'all actually watched this, and I keep bringing it up, and I'm sorry, but Dragon Art Academy, when they show like the alien takeover, and it's like borderline, they're not raping said character, but it's a dream, and it's like some obscene dream. I hate, like, come on, son. I gotta show this to my friends.
So
like,
I feel
Dragon Art Academy.
So that was the same situation I had with Goblin Slayer. Like,
why are you detaining me? Why are you detaining me? Yeah. Why? Why are you running?
I was about to bring that up. Why are you running? Where are you going? Because I know I had that same issue. I had that same issue. Because I tried to introduce Goblin Slayer to some people, like, yo, this is legit a savage little series. You just gotta get past the first episode, then you're good. And I've had a few friends like, well, what's wrong with the first episode? It goes there. Like, the first episode almost canceled the entire series. Like, oh, it shouldn't be that bad. But like 12, 15 minutes in, I get that phone call, that text. Shaq, what the fuck, bro? Seriously? Like, did you not? I was like, I warned you. But I didn't want to turn you away from Goblin Slayer. The rest is fine. That's the only time it happens. I promise you.
And there's a few animes like that. Like, when you talk about Blood Seed, it's like, man, like, come on, son.
Nah, I gotta go to counseling after some of those. After some of that, like, I understand you want to push the narrative, but you ain't got to push me off a cliff with the shit. Like, yeah, God, damn.
And for the people listening, Dragon Art Academy is about kind of like How to Train My Pet Dragon, the movie, but it's the anime version, and it's like the adult anime version.
I'm about to say, yeah, emphasize that.
Like, they do pretty much the same thing. They have a bond with their dragon, and there's obviously this one person who's the main character who could never really get a bond with a dragon, and like and again, this is not really a spoiler at all. If you go and watch it, you'll understand why it's so confusing even to me. But like, they're god of dragons.
You know, one trope I realized that a couple of animes do a lot of. It's not as common, but it's a bit of a common thing. Is that they live in an apartment by themselves with no parents. Like, where your parents at?
Bro, I was just about to say, it's like, where your daddy at?
Like,
where your mom
motherfucker,
at?
you
How you
wildin'.
10? Like, Yusuke. The dude was like 15. Out here, hey, I'm gonna be out in a Demon World tournament. And then I'm going back to Spirit World later on. It's like, bruh, how?
Bruh.
How?
His mom had zero involvement. Like, her involvement was like the first couple episodes when he died. Once he came back to life, she was like, alright, my life is Gucci now. Do what you want, bruh.
I don't even be understanding how it's like, even with Hunter x Hunter, where it's like, the boy was 10. And it's like, alright, I'll see you later. And I get it, they're super powered kids, and this is for like younger kids, but younger kids will watch a show with older people.
Right.
Dragon Ball Z. It's like, bro, Goku was what? 20? 24 or something in Dragon Ball Z? And we still love that shit? It's like, yeah, actually, I didn't even watch Dragon Ball until I was older, because Dragon Ball came to Toonami after Dragon Ball Z anyway. So it's like, all these shows, it's like we watched hella shows that had nothing to do with, like, you can make them 16, 17, 18, but it's like you got a 10, even that doesn't even make sense, really. It's like, no 17-year-old, I can't say no, because I did have some friends, it's like, bruh, your parents don't care about what you do? Nah. I'm like, alright. It's like, I guess.
No, the biggest...
But I gotta be home at 12.
Now I know the biggest culprit that still today is on that bullshit is Pokemon. How the hell is the rule that, 10 years old, get your first Pokemon and get the fuck out the house? Go be great. How does that make sense? How the fuck does that make sense when all the gym leaders are grown-ass men and women with full lives and careers and stuff like that? And he
wasn't even great.
Right. Oh my god, bro. Like, I think the first series of Pokemon was the biggest FU to the face. Cause like, they literally wasted your time. Like, yeah, he's gonna go through all this shit. We're gonna give you a couple movies too in between. And after all of that, you finally get to watch him go to the Pokemon League. And he fucking loses. Not even top 3, top 5, or even fucking top 10. Fucking, 16th place? Like, bro, you trash. Like, I don't even want to... I think, and it was last year, 2019 or 2018. 20-something years later, he finally won a championship.
He got turned to stone, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Bro, hold up. So let me talk about that scene. How retarded that shit was. Bro, you got 2 legendary Pokemon duking it out over some beef that does not involve you. But you over here talking about, you guys gotta stop. And your answer was to walk in between 2 psychic power Pokemons and their energy beam, thinking you're gonna be alright. Nigga, if you don't...
He's a white knight. I mean, that's an issue that we have in anime too. All the white knights.
Yeah, that is true.
I want to see it different. I want to see a girl save the boy. Countless times. Not just with the plan, and the boy doesn't follow the plan. I just want to see them come through and save him.
I want to see a main character be like, you know what? This don't make sense. Let's fall back. just like, you know what? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Or to just have...
I want to see a main character like Usopp. A main character like Usopp. Tell me that wouldn't be an interesting ass show. A complete coward, but is like, always ends up in the middle of it. Dang, what the heck? Did I get disconnected?
No, you're still on. It says Justin jumped out.
Oh,
and he's back.
Yeah, no.
But I think a character like Usopp as a main character would be funny.
I feel like if Krillin was the main character of Dragon Ball, a lot of shit would be done differently.
Or just had common sense.
Yeah, and it would have ended at Dragon Ball. That's it. You can't add no Z to it because he ain't beating nobody after that.
Because it was like even in Super when the Tournament of Power started and like Goku's going on to recruit people and like he goes by Krillin. Krillin took a good minute to consider to do it or not because they had to come up with a full bold-faced lie for him and 18 to do it. Because even at first 18 was like, I ain't about to just do no dumbass tournament. Am I getting paid?
That's why I like 18.
Like, she was straight to the point.
But that's another pet
18 is that stoic chick.
I think the worst part of anime for me is when the main character or any character for that matter, does not have common sense, like Hinata did how much to get Naruto's attention, and Naruto was completely dumbfounded till the end of the series.
Yeah, it is stupid. And it's like, I get that. I understand Naruto ain't have no love, ain't have nothing. But the man was trying to show love. He was trying to show Sakura love. She just ain't care. How you not realize when someone else is trying to do it to you? I mean,
Yeah,
it's like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
just straight stupid.
She made this man a scarf.
Now, Grant, we know nothing about that goddamn scarf into that movie.
Or it becomes like a legit plot armor, like with Luffy and his future wife. It's like, yo, like he didn't get not one hint the entire time. So let me get this straight.
Right?
Y'all in the same bathtub. She in her birthday suit. You didn't think anything at all. It was just, oh, okay, this is normal.
Bruh, it's like Hinata jumped out to fight pain for you.
What?
Your own teammate didn't even do that.
She said, fuck. She said that nigga got it.
I am in a support role. I am going to support. I don't do nothing else.
Like, bro, I'm a support character. Me going out there fighting the main villain ain't support character shit. That ain't my role, fam.
It's like, bro, what you own?
I think in general, just like a lot of the main characters are just more or less just fucking retarded. Like, like some of the, like I get it that Naruto has to be like that underdog character, but he ain't gotta be slow. Like, he can have some, like, he doesn't become like intelligent until like maybe a little bit later, but he still has like his tropes of just like, bro, you kind of slow.
Hell is slow. And then the thing is like, I understand that you got strengths and weaknesses. Like, I have moments where it's like, oh damn, JP's smart. And then I have a whole lot of moments where it's like, this dude's a straight up idiot. But nowhere near as bad as this dummy.
Oh my God.
It's like, one, you've been living by yourself your whole life. You gotta be some kind of smart. Not, like, at least some type of street smart. It's like, you won't get that far.
Right.
But not Naruto Uzumaki.
Man,
Not that guy.
I know everybody knows up and down that Son Goku is just so goddamn slow. Like,
Oh god, I don't even talk about him.
like I know I've mentioned the Abridged series. Like, they took full advantage of him, and like they ran with it, because like this dude, like, if you really think about it, this dude is seriously just an uneducated man that only knows the bare minimum of certain things. And I know that's just like one of the main things that just like, and that's like, and like if you think about it, that's really the main reason why she pushes Gohan to read books and actually be like smart, because she knows how retarded Goku is. Like, I can't depend on him, so you got to be smart.
And it's sad that you gotta think
She
about it
really
that way.
couldn't.
Like, if you really think that's the reason why she wanted him to be on books, because she knows how retarded Goku is. Like, he's strong, he can fight, but he can't do shit else. That is outside of manual labor.
Goku ruined Gohan's development.
Yeah, because he didn't develop himself.
That's what happens. That's a life lesson for future parents. Don't be so stupid that your kids end up getting fucked up because of it. They can't even do what they were destined to do.
They gotta redo their whole lives based off of your development.
It's like, well, my daddy wasn't shit, so I end up having to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Like, my dad grew up in the woods by himself, so now I know how to do taxes at 12. Or another, one small, it's not a huge pet peeve, but it's one thing that, like, it bothers me. It bothers me, but I enjoy it at the same time. The fucking food in anime, bro. Like, every time you see it, you automatically gotta get something to eat, bro. Like, this shit just messes up my whole appetite. Like, I could have ate right before I watched the episode, but as soon as I see a plate of something or a bowl of ramen, it's like, yo, I gotta eat. I need something to eat now after watching this shit. Like, why you gotta be so good? That's why I barely watch Food Wars, because I know I'm gonna eat too goddamn much.
Bro, you remember the buns that they always had in Dragon Ball Z, all anime?
Yeah.
I used to think those were gonna be so good until I had one, and I was like, I don't know, the way they was smacking on that in the anime, the taste ain't matching right now. And it's like damn near everything else that they was eating, noodles, soup, chicken, whatever it was, all taste fire, all look fire. If there's any type of cuisine that I love more than, I won't say love more, but my second favorite cuisine after like Caribbean food is Japanese, or anything that's of the Asian, I guess, what would you say? Asian culture?
Yeah.
Cause there's so many different ones. It's like, and I don't ever want to say the wrong thing, but it's like, I love Vietnamese food. I love food from Laos. I love food from Taiwan. It's all good. Chinese is all good. And I'm not talking about like the American version. It's like, I think it slaps.
Right.
Like pho slaps. Ramen slaps. The Vietnamese bun, not the Vietnamese buns. They have those sandwich. I forgot what they're called, but those slap.
Man, I can
It's just a whole bunch.
Right now.
Street food slaps. Their chicken, bruh. Oh my gosh. So their chicken hits. And when you see that on the anime, it's amazing. I know we've all seen that one, that video that they talk about. It's like anime cooking, how good it looks.
Yes.
And it's like just them cracking the egg and mixing the eggs. It's like, God damn, I want some eggs right now.
Right.
Like, throw some cheese on that bitch.
You know, another common thing I've noticed that they that a lot of anime do is the fucking look out the window scene. Like, where it's like you got all this stuff going on, and all of a sudden it has to break out to this. I have to look out the window for dramatic effect and reflect.
That's why they have that one tweet where it's like anime openings or anime endings,
Yeah.
and it's someone looking out the window.
Yo,
It's like they always got that. Like, I know what you're talking about though. The classrooms, they always got the kid in the classroom looking out the window.
you know
but
we
it's
do
like,
in school, we get in trouble.
right? It's like, why are you looking out that window?
Your future ain't out there. Your future isn't here. That
It's like, actually, it is out there 'cause it's for the streets.
you don't get it. I belong to the streets.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be our next episode.
Or the freaking speaking of school, the goddamn school uniforms, bro. Like, especially like the ones that like that's all they wear the entire time. Like, I appreciate a lot of the anime where the characters always change clothes. You know what I'm saying? But all the other ones are like they're constantly just wearing the school uniform the entire fucking series. Like, bitch, I know you got a closet. I know you do.
They got a closet full of the same uniform.
Like, I'm tired of this. Like, I appreciate like Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho were like in Bleach where they just got the drip. Like,
Bruh, they really did. I mean, that guy, you could tell he clearly, I forgot the name of the guy who created Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, but it's like he cared about that kind of stuff.
right.
I know that takes extra time to go and draw out different looks, but it brought like a real feel to the anime.
Yeah.
And it was more than just like some anime characters. It's like each season their styles change.
Yeah.
They got a new thing going on. Like Yusuke during the arc after the Dark Tournament. And it's like he was wearing that little suit jacket thing.
Yep.
It's like, all right then. It's like, go ahead, bro.
Dressing grown now. Look at him. Looking like he on something.
Like,
that boy out here thugging in the streets. Besides Hiei though. Hiei wear the same shit.
yeah. He ain't really need to wear nothing else.
So my one thing as far as clothing also is this. I understand, you know what I'm saying, is a thing, whatever, then that's his signature outfit. But like, why the hell with Naruto being a ninja. Out of all the colors, why orange? Orange
Right?
was so goddamn
So aren't you
loud.
gonna see him coming?
Ain't nothing sneaky about this. Even in the scenes where like it's nighttime, he still looks loud as fuck. Granted, okay, he already has blonde hair, but still, like, you know what I'm saying? At least Sasuke wore some dark colors, and you know what I'm saying. Sakura's outfit wasn't like fucking like highlight pink. It was like a darker pink. You know what I'm saying? Or was it? Yeah, it wasn't that light of a pink. You know what I'm saying?
It's supposed to be like a tiger, orange and black.
You want to know no tiger? I'll tell you that. Well,
I think that another big pet peeve, and even going with the clothes, is how they always start out with everyone having individualism, everyone having their own identity, and then you get to like the Ninja War where it's like everyone has the same outfit, everyone has the same move.
Like everyone in this outfit does water. Everyone in that outfit does earth. Everyone in this outfit, y'all gonna do fire. But like not as much fire as this character, but just a little bit of fire. I think that got to a point where like the artists were just like, hey, we're gonna like simplify the fuck out of this war, guys. I'm not about to do like 100 different types of jutsus for these motherfuckers. If they ain't the main cast on this list, they basically fucked. I feel like that was a full establishment.
It's like, we trying to finish this anime.
Like, we need to get this done. Like, it's too many other people I gotta worry about.
And that's what kills me. It's like, y'all had so much, and I know we already touched on this too, with like, and that's actually a huge pet peeve with me, which is why a lot of animes that are great for most people aren't for me. I.e. Dragon Ball Z, like right now, it's like they do so much character development for the main character and for like two other characters, but everybody else just gets a one-liner. Like,
Man.
oh my god!
I was so upset they put TN in the back burner though.
Yeah,
I was sad on that.
The entire Super arc.
Man, Piccolo could have got.
Tien was woke. Tien had 3 eyes.
No. And Super TN was just tired. He was just like, you know what?
Come on, man! Like, you know what? I know y'all brought me in because of contract rights on getting this other character in, but all right, I'm gonna just sit down. Like,
I think when it got to a point where once Beer showed up and they talked about God Key, he was like, oh, now we got a whole different kind of key. It's bad enough y'all niggas got transformations. Now we got different kinds of key. Oh no, I'm out. I'm gonna go to the mountains and be a teacher. That's exactly what he did. He just said, hey, I'm out.
He said, I ain't about to get embarrassed.
Well, I'm about to go hang out with regular people so I look extraordinary. Y'all intergalactic God Key motherfuckers.
Hey, Yamcha, you coming with me?
Yamcha just stayed taking L's.
Not that he actually was there.
Yamcha just stayed taking L's. Bro, no, that was so sad though. Like, he legit thought like, hey, they about to recruit me for this tournament, yo. Hey, let me go ahead and get myself together. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm straight. And then they come over there to where him and Master Roshi is, and they're like, hey, Master Roshi, you want to join us in this tournament? Yeah, all right, cool. And they're like, hey, what about me, guys? Oh. Hey, Yamcha, bye. It just gets so disappointed.
yeah, and I think that's another like huge issue too, because, and I know I can't always bring up the GOAT, so I'm gonna try to bring up someone close. Yeah, I know. I know.
What is he gonna do? One Piece again?
This is the reason why I love it so much, is because it solves that problem. But another one that it tried its hardest to solve that problem was he did it originally with Yu Yu Hakusho, but in Hunter x Hunter, every person that got screen time had some sort of story, had some sort of reason of being there. Mm-hmm. They were not just some, we'll see you for 3 episodes and you gone. Only time that happened is when they were getting legit killed.
Yeah, you're right. Even in, he even did it in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh no, he really did it in Yu Yu Hakusho. But
That's like his thing.
Yeah, and I love that about it. It's like, come on, you actually care about the people that's around these people who are making them grow. Like, wow, concept.
Yeah, like they made Kuwabara almost the main center point of a whole arc. And you don't see that often, especially because he's a comic relief.
Well, think about how they ended
in a
it.
sense.
Like, if you really think about how they ended it, they had every.
I gotta finish it again.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but they had every individual side character legit have their own story that wrapped up. For the final season, you barely saw the main character.
Yeah, that's true.
Even during the tournament, he was talked about a lot. He was definitely brought up. He was in conversations. He was the heart or the reason for everyone to be there. But nah, it really didn't have nothing to do with him. And and again, don't want to spoil it, but even how it ended, it was like, no, he's a very, very pivotal piece. Yes. However, there's other worlds that do not pertain to him that we have to answer for. So yeah, he's very powerful. Yeah, we get it. He can do all these things. But he can get sat down the same way everybody else can in this show.
Right, like I enjoy like that's what I know. Like when we talk about like a lot of our favorite animes, like a lot of my favorite ones are the ones that actually have a fucking ending instead of some of the ones that are like the 12, our famous 12, 13 episode ones where it's like, I can't wait for season 2, but that season 2 never fucking comes. Like how we're still waiting for fucking Hunter x Hunter. I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like it's still gonna happen. It's gonna be a while, but it's gonna happen.
He's got health issues.
Yeah, don't worry. One day.
Yeah, and I mean that does play a part too. Like there's a lot that goes into this work. I think Bleach tried to do this by giving everyone their own individual design, their own look, their own feel. However, in the manga they were able to get upgrades, all that great stuff, but
I mean, I will.
It's coming back though.
I mean, I will say in the manga though, for Bleach, there are like certain things that like in the beginning of Bleach we wanted to happen to certain characters did happen. I'm not going to mention one main one because it's going to be mentioned. It's probably going to come. It's not going to be mentioned when Bleach comes back. But like I will say certain stuff that like, oh, I can't wait for this to happen. It actually did happen in the manga for Bleach. I will say that they give that. Now, granted, it takes a while, but it happens.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is true.
I love the fact that they do this, and I love the fact that they try to like make every person be their own thing. My only problem is once you make that person their own thing, why are you then cutting them off within 2 episodes? Like, why is it they have to stop
that is
right
annoying.
there?
Yeah.
Like, cool, if you want him to just be a prop, let him be a prop. Like, the first season of Yu Yu Hakusho, I felt like Kuwabara was a prop. Like, he was the comedic relief. But as he grew up, as they grew, you see he became one of the most pivotal people, period, in all the arcs.
This is true.
And they just
He
don't
knew
do
his
that.
role.
Yes.
Yeah.
He knew what lane he was in.
These are facts.
I think that he has great story writing. The only thing is that had he finished Hunter x Hunter, then we could be like, bro, you gave us Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. It's like we are forever indebted to you. But Hunter x Hunter ain't done. And I don't care what people say. I'm not putting Hunter x Hunter over some of the other biggest shows when it's not done. It's like it's literally not done. Like even the manga is barely further than where the anime ended.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just I don't know. That's kind of annoying. I would honestly say it's like, why don't you just give it to someone else then?
Honestly, that's probably what
I understand. I understand it's your baby and all that stuff, but it's like, be like, yo, you can draw it all up. This is what I have planned. If it's like, if your head hurts or whatever it is, I forgot what he has. It's like, bro, just do like a voice chat or something like that. Do a FaceTime video where he can write it all down and be like, you're doing exactly how I wanted you to do this. But maybe that's actually kind of hard when you think about it.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
I mean, think about it the artistic way. Like, could you imagine somebody coming in and doing this podcast and then you hear them talking and it's like, no, that's not what we would. No. Like, at the end of a while, you're just
you
like,
get picky.
I'll do it. Yeah.
I think that's more so like, you know what I'm saying, you get them to do it and you give them the actual template of how it's supposed to be done. Like, I just need you to do it. Here's the template. This is how you do it from start to finish. Go be great. Now, if it's already established that, like, okay, there might be one or two minor changes, but not so big changes, like, you just come in this motherfucker and just fucking completely 360 it, then that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like minor tweaks and it's like, alright, cool. But if it just becomes a complete dumpster fire, then, okay, yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. But that's what kind of happened with GT. What's happening right now with Boruto?
Boruto's getting good. Finally.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a couple more episodes.
Oh yeah, it took 3 years. It took 3 years. No, not 3 years. It took 2 years for it to get to a lit part, and then a couple months went by, and then it finally got to it's like, oh, this is filler, but it ain't bad.
Yeah.
And then it was back to trash, and then they're like, all right, we're fine. Like, bro, I don't know how long they plan on keeping this story if they needed to be 3 years ahead to finally start getting into some canon stuff.
Yeah. You know how crazy it is, though? That Boruto's been along for this long, and they haven't had a game put out yet.
Good.
Because
they know nobody's going to buy it. Pretty much the extension, it's like, bro, get Boruto. You know why people watch Boruto? They watch Boruto because of the first episode. The first 20 seconds of the episode has gotten us all hooked.
We're like, oh, I can't wait for this part right here. This is what I need to fucking see. And then everything else is like, what
even
happened?
The interesting parts that they're in now. They just released some big info. I've been telling y'all to watch Boruto since I met y'all. Well, not watch, read it. Because it's like, they do catch you. It's like, oh, shit, this is interesting. But I'm still there only because of the last scene. Or the first scene that they showed us. And it's like, I want to get to that.
Right, like, let me know when it gets to this part, then I'll fill in the blanks later.
Literally, we're going to be like, Rose, was that Rose from Titanic? It's been 84 years. We're going to be old as hell when they finally get to what we wanted to see. We're going to move our great-grandkids out of the way. It's like, hey, I'm trying to watch something.
Listen, if it gets to a point to where I'm waiting for Boruto to get good, like I waited for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, that's going to be a problem. Because everybody who listens to this knows how long Kingdom Hearts 3 took to come out.
When you walk away.
Hey, that's a banger. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, Utada Hikaru did her thing on that. I was listening to that. I remember when 5th grade, I was singing that song. People were like, what are you singing? It's like, hey, don't worry about it, my guy.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
I think when I first listened to that song when I was playing Kingdom Hearts, it was nighttime. And I had looked outside the window and the moon was full. I was like, this is the right time to play it.
Shaq put his hand on the
window. When you walk away, you down here. I got YouTube this shit. It's gotta be part of my playlist. And you know one thing I know, especially like back when like our only source to watching anime was through the different kids shows or channels like Toonami And I know when I was younger, it was like Kids WB or Fox Kids and stuff like that. And like the American studios took so much stuff as far as like censorship out of a lot of anime that was coming out that like older, once I realized what a lot of the censorship was ridiculous. My prime example of this that is ridiculous was Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there was a couple of scenes that there's like weapons involved in the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! But like when you go watch the American version, it's them pointing their fingers. Like the shit was so wild. Like go back, I promise you, if you go back and look at it, like I think a prime example is the scene of a character named Bandit Keith, who was a American duelist or whatever, and the main antagonist of the story at the time, Maximilian Pegasus, had like tricked him, and he was like, you know what, I'm tired of this bullshit, and he says, fuck the card game, and pulls out the blicky right to this dude's head. Is like, you gonna give me this prize money right now? But it's not
actually. I kind of remember
but
that.
it's not a gun. It's his finger. It's his pointing his finger like, you about to give me the money right now. Fuck this card game shit.
Ain't that weird that American censorship does that, but then it's like all the stuff that we do in America?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, you're censoring that, but you can literally see someone getting like killed right on the internet.
Right.
It's like, bruh, I don't know. I always think America's weird with how they decide to censor certain things. Sex violence, as if America isn't notorious for sex and violence.
Right. And you know, a funny thing I remember noticing, because I remember somebody mentioned it on a Facebook page where like when Pokemon had first came out, and it was like they really didn't have to censor a lot of the Pokemon because like, you know, people in the Pokemon company made sure that like, you know, a lot of them are cute, cuddly, and friendly. And then Digimon comes out and they're like, oh no, y'all ain't censoring none of our shit. If they violent, they fucking violent. Like literally, one of the Digimon is literally a fucking gun. Like you can't censor that.
They censored Pokemon?
They censored some of them. They censored some of it because I think like it was a scene where like they're in like a western town and Ash walks into the wrong room and like 5 people just pull out shotguns in front of him. Like, who the fuck is you?
Damn.
It was like, yo, fuck this Pokemon shit. You about to get hit with.
Was Ash black?
It was before Brock walked in, though. I will say that. Brock was still outside when that happened, so I give them that.
Why don't you go back to where you came from?
Well, I don't know where you're going, but I know you can go back where you came.
We don't like those Pokemon around this part.
Well, you an electric type? This is a fire type place around here, boy.
So yeah, I think, and it kind of happened in Pokemon too, but when you have a train, mind you, and it kind of goes into what Shaq was talking about with age, but it's like, I'm going to have this fire type do this. He's water. Why are you having them do that? Because it's the heart of the
like, we're gonna take physics right out of the equation.
Man.
Like, sir, what are you doing? Sir, what are you doing? Or with Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I'm gonna have this imp elf have this power and it's gonna dodge and do this. Then you play the video game. So it's like, wait a second. Wait a second. This is
so
not
I will say that the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was mad guilty of making up dumbass rules. And then you actually play the card game and none of that shit actually is a thing. So then like, I feel like, and then that's what made black people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Talking about like what rules we playing by. We was the only group of people to ask that question every time you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, alright, what rules we playing? Everybody else is like, there's only one rule book. Nah, bro.
Anytime we play anything.
I watch the anime, bro. There's other rules we can use.
Anytime we do play anything, it's like, what rules we playing?
I feel like that's any card game.
Oh yeah.
It's like, even sports games, it's like, what rules we playing, dog? Because we know y'all be on some...
It's so many different versions of 21 that you
Exactly. Exactly. There's so many different of 21, so many different versions of 21. What's a different version? Or ups? Or, you know the game where you jump up in the air and you gotta pass the ball and you can only catch it and pass it from there? There's like versions of that. So many different versions of everything. But Uno especially.
Man, Uno.
Uno and spades.
Let me tell you something. It's certain things you just can't do in Uno, and they've already established that shit. So I don't care about people talking about like, oh, we playing different rules. You know what I'm saying? If you playing draw twos, you playing twos on twos, and draw foes on draw foes. I don't do all that extra stuff. Cause y'all gonna have to miss me with that.
Yeah, I got introduced to what is called house rules in spades, man. Because I am a habitual spades player, so I love to win, and I talk trash while doing it. So whenever I go to somebody's house, it's like, all right, I'm not gonna put down one card till y'all tell me all the rules.
I know with me, when it comes to spades, I always ask whose cards are these, because I know I've always learned that whoever's cards those are their rules. Like whoever owns the cards owns the rules. Unless it's some outlandish shit, then we're gonna have to come to a vote.
I don't even know how to play spades.
Don't say that in the podcast, bro. Don't mess up our listeners. No, it's fine.
I was gonna say, it's like, I'm Haitian.
Like, ow, this nigga don't know how to play spades.
Spades is essentially the Americans' games.
No, that's the hood game.
It's like Haitians play a different card game, and I'm just like, oh, all right. Because pretty much everyone played spades because, well, y'all got introduced to spades because of older people in your family. Well, all the older people in my family are Haitian. So they played whatever game that they were playing, and I was like, yeah, I ain't interested. So I'm out.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much my whole life. It's like, I ain't interested, I ain't doing it. Leave me alone. All that Shikamaru stuff.
Like, y'all doing this? Nah, I'm straight.
Exactly. What was it? Is it Huey?
Yeah, Huey.
Huey was the more quiet one. Yeah, it was Riley that would get crazy and stuff. Huey was like, man, nah, I'm good. Just walk away.
No, what was crazy was like the episode when they was talking about when Obama was running for office, and the one dude was selling Obama shirts, and he talked to Huey talking about like, ain't this great, man? We got a black man running for president, and he's like, and the black man just turns up on him, fuck you mean, you ain't down for Barack Obama, little nigga.
I remember that.
The whole thing, like, what's going on over here? Hey, this little nigga said, to Barack Obama. That's impossible. Now, granted, I understand. Maybe it was just because of audio reasons. But I hate how we're watching Pokemon, and these motherfuckers say their names. And you still get that, who's that Pokemon? Nigga, take a second to listen, and you'll know who the fuck it is.
That is true.
It's like, oh.
Actually, that is true.
It's like you walk around, motherfucker goes, Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle. I wonder what that Pokemon is. Nigga, he just said it! I feel like it would have been better if they just had like generic animal sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gotta be special. You know what I'm saying? Just like simple animal sounds that's, you know what I'm saying, complementary to their size or their type. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing crazy. But the fact that majority of them just say their names over and over and over, and it's like, you can't, and then I don't care much for the fact that like no one names their Pokemon. It's like, oh, this is Pikachu. Well, obviously it's a fucking Pikachu, but what's his name? His name's Pikachu, nigga. like if I have a dog, his name's Husky. I know it's a Husky, but what's his name? Husky, because it's a Husky, nigga. I'm sorry, that was the smallest bit of people as far as Pokemon goes. Like, if it's a Squirtle, name the nigga Jeff or something, like shit. And then you look at it and it's like, oh, Charmander. What kind of Pokemon is that? Nigga, he just said Charmander, so obviously he's a fucking Charmander.
And then in the video games, they sound like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex with a vocal issue. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, bro, what?
It's like someone took like all the different like virus sounds, the sounds a virus makes. They just took them and just like changed the pitch and was like, all right, this is gonna be for this Pokemon. All right, this is gonna be this one. Like, oh, that's a Snorlax. Hold on, let me get some. All right, yeah, it's gonna be Snorlax. But yeah, I had to get that one out before we close this one out because that shit kind of low key like be annoying me. Especially when I was younger, I was like, okay, we already established that they say the fucking names. Can we just like the fact that like they emphasize Ash and Pikachu's relationship, but he never named Pikachu. Like you could have gave him a name, bro. You could have gave him a name. Out of all the shit they do together for all these seasons, Pikachu could have got a name.
That's true.
It could have been something generic as hell, like how the dude who came into the series named his Sparky. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be crazy creative. It's just something to identify that this is his Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that one was good because then I was able to lead into how it matched nothing from the video game.
It's true.
The first thing you do, what's the nickname? What's the nickname? Oh my god. What's the nickname? I don't want to name it. What's the nickname?
So the ones I actually use, I nickname. Like the ones I actually use, I actually take the time to nickname them. If I'm just catching just to complete the Pokédex, I don't name them. But if I'm actually like using them, like Pokemon I legit use, I nickname the ones I actually use.
Well, just want to say first off, thank y'all for listening as always. I know JP wanted to give out this little nugget that we got coming up.
July 12th, we will be doing a special question and answer episode with Anaris Canones. She is a voice actress. She's from Florida, and she does the voice of Rabbit Hero Mirko from My Hero Academia, Nessa from Pokemon Twilight Wings. But be on the lookout for that one. Super grateful that she was able to get back to us and she wanted to do the interview with us. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really exciting. She actually just did an interview with our friends over at Rogue Shogunite. So looking forward to just having another fun interview. And it's going to be our first one. And we landed a pretty big character and voice actress. So
yes,
like I said, look out for it. Please stay tuned.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Also, you will be seeing us pop up here and there at different times for rather it be live streaming, our Pokemon Fanatics open conversation. I know Red Cup is getting a lot of attention now. We'll be definitely doing that. And just honestly pop up Q&As. We want to hear from you always, so why not reach out and talk. We will be doing this a lot more often, so please be on the lookout for either Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter to be able to hear from us, communicate with us, and just talk with us directly. Did y'all have anything else that y'all wanted to put out?
I will say, so guys, we will try to remember, we can ask questions on Instagram, IG, and then also Twitter, and we get the answers, and then we can try to do a session where we start answering them. We'll put out a notification when we plan on answering all the questions, just so we can give you guys a heads up. I know sometimes it's hard for people to get on, and you don't know sometimes when someone's going live until you get on and happen to see it. So try to give a heads up too, to let you guys know when we might go live, just so you guys can actually see us answering the questions and maybe ask some questions that you didn't think of asking before.
Yep.
So
we'll be working on that just to engage with you guys better.
All right. Well, as always, this has been an episode. And again, keep it spicy. All right. Peace.
See you.
Peace. You have just been served another episode of the Spicy Ramen Podcast. Thanks for listening in. Make sure to follow us on social media platforms of Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And listen to more episodes on Podbean and Spotify. If you want more, follow us on YouTube. We can like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell too, so you can stay tuned to all of our latest episodes. Until again, keep it spicy.